Don't confuse movement with progress, because you can run in place and not get anything done. So are you moving forward, and who you're taking with, and how you made things better by the God-given talent that you all have in whatever area it may be, to write it, to direct it, produce it, to cut it, to shoot it. You have a gift. It's called a gift. You didn't earn it. You were born with a gift. Now you hone that gift. You develop that gift. You do everything you need to do to protect it, and then you share it.
There's gonna be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are gonna want to do it. And that's your new norm. That's your new norm. So then it's like breathing. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to. So if you really want it, you realize what trying is and what trying is not.
I also want to encourage each of you to use the advice here to take action on achieving your goals and pursuing your dreams instead of living on someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that, but you never do it. Take action, and take action now.
I've said this before and I want to stick by it because it's so important. You need to pay attention to every single time you spend money, because you cannot make money. You're not the Federal Reserve, you're not a government. Governments make money. All of us take money from somebody else or a business or a government. We take money from other things. So the easiest way to learn how to get good at taking money is to pay attention to every time someone takes money from you.
The healthier you are, the more unhealthy people will pull away from you. Because what does health look like? I have boundaries, I have standards, I have convictions. I know who I am, whether you're in my life or not. And so when you get healthy, it's very difficult to connect, because a lot of people, many times the majority, let's say 90% of people, are approaching life even with God in unhealthy ways. And so it's going to be lonely, right? The one is what it says. The one got with God. He just said, man, listen, I don't know about people, but I'm going to get with God and do what I can do to be healthy. This is where you say my private battles matter. My private victories matter. Getting wholeness in my own heart is important, whether I'm accepted by the group or not.
People don't see that. People will never understand that. To be success, all they think about, well, you batted 202, and you struck out a certain number of times. Yeah, okay. But the effort was there, and the learning curve and the passion was there that has transcended not just to me, but to other people who are afraid to do things because they're worried about the perception that may come from other places. To me, that's more gratifying than anything. So that's the things that my father and my mother instilled in me. Take a negative and turn it into a positive. Don't be afraid to...
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
What's new?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have. We don't care if it's true. Just say it, sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget. I'm living like there's no tomorrow, because there isn't one.
My lack of interest in complaining is so high. And when I watch what people complain about, it breaks my heart because they completely lack perspective. And I genuinely believe my happiness and optimism comes from my perspective. But the reality is that it's just never been better to be a human being. That's just the truth. That's just data. That's reality. And it's just a very fun time to be alive.
When it feels scary to jump, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.
You work, you'll never create wealth, okay? You want to write this down. Well, no matter how hard you work, okay? Kevin can work his ass off. He can work 20 hours a day. He will never create wealth working. He will only create wealth when he invests.
Talk is cheap. You got to lead by action. Don't ask your team to do anything you wouldn't do yourself or you haven't done yourself. And to let them know, if I win, you win. If you win, we all win. All right. And also understand, not everyone is going to be at the same level. They're just not. You will literally lose some individuals if you try to push them way beyond. So you have to find out what everybody's tolerance level is, what their definition of winning is. It may be different than yours. Then you as a leader have to decide, can I accept this in the organization?
Don't you think it's crazy that a millionaire won't judge you for starting a business? A bodybuilder won't judge you for working out. An NBA player won't judge you for playing ball. Always those people that are going nowhere that want to judge you for trying to do something with your life.
Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're going to get back up. But you got to believe that you're going to get back up.
Majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. You on Instagram watching fights. Some of y'all on Instagram, you're on there for 30 minutes. If I ask you what you saw, you don't even know. You just scrolling through. That's a poverty mindset. Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft.
And if I can leave you with anything, I want to leave you with this. Hear me clearly when I say this. There are people who come into your life sometimes to be there for a season. They weren't meant to be there always. Sometimes we find ourselves hooked up with people that we think are there for a lifetime, but they were only supposed to be there for a season. There are people who come in your life like boosters for a rocket. If you ever watch a rocket go into space, the boosters fall off when it reaches a certain altitude. Some people are not equipped to handle the altitudes that you're going to. So don't be afraid when they fall off. They're not bad people. They just couldn't go where you're going.
And Napoleon Hill called this the master key to riches. After studying 500 of the richest people in American history, he said it's the quality of self-discipline. It's the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. The quality of self-discipline is the quality that will make you a big success. Every time you persist, you build your self-discipline. Every time you practice self-discipline, you build your ability to persist. And the two of them are tied into your self-esteem. So the more you persist, the more you like yourself. And the more you like yourself, the more discipline you have. And the more discipline you have in practice, the more you like yourself. As a result, the more you persist. And eventually you get onto an upward spiral where you become absolutely unstoppable. You reach the point where you know you can achieve the goal and nothing in the world can stop you. And every step that you take forward makes you stronger and stronger and stronger. And when you develop that quality, there will be nothing that is impossible to you.
You will never feel ready to do things that scare you. You will never feel ready to take that leap. Your brain is designed to protect you, and change requires risk. And so you are protecting yourself by saying maybe tomorrow. If you want to change your life, you must make a decision to change your life.